Faith Baptist Church in Richmond, Virginia is a warm and welcoming place where sermons and worship are equally important parts of each Sunday morning. Until recently, though, neither the worship band nor Pastor Bruce Pratt were able to get their message across as effectively as they intended.
We pretty much had a situation where everybody was unhappy. Everybody was unhappy, particularly where we noticed the problem was with the band and the music on Sunday morning. There's so much reflection in this room that two things really were happening. Number one, the sound man couldn't hear clearly what was happening on the front. It sounded different at the front and the back. And also what happened was there was such a glare of sound that the people out here weren't getting a clear sound. But it also demonstrated itself in that because of all the reverberations, there were dead spots in the room where at certain times when I was preaching, you could sit in certain chairs in this room and not hear me, when other people could hear me perfectly clearly.
The reason behind the poor sound quality in Faith Baptist's worship center were hard, flat, parallel surfaces. Sound waves were leaving speakers in the room and reverberating from wall to wall with little to nothing in place to stop them. To solve this very common problem, Acoustical Solutions installed absorptive wall panels around the stage and audience seating area. The results were apparent almost immediately.
Before you guys were even done with the project, the first night after you had done one wall, some of our guys came in, and one of the fellows who was having the most problems because he's sight impaired, and so he has a lot of sensitivity with his hearing, came in and he walked back to where I was in the back building and he said, "I approve." And he was one of the real movers and shakers of this whole thing. What we noticed after you guys finished it, as we came in to church the first Sunday, was number one, we were hearing the sound from where it was supposed to come from. We were hearing it from the speakers instead of bouncing off the walls. For the first time in as long as I can remember, I was hearing separation between the different guitar players and what have you. It was so different that when I said to the church, "How do you like the sound panels that we have on the wall?" they broke out in applause.
And it wasn't just the sound quality church members were excited about.
And so I've had a lot of unsolicited response in the time since we got it installed, from folks talking about not only how the room has a better sound, but about the look, the actual look of the panels and how it's really warmed up our room, so it's gotten a nice architectural look to it as well. But I've had nothing but positive response from folks saying that it has really made this room livable. I think probably is the best description that I heard of it.